Well, good morning. I'm going to make another video on how we set up a golf event with Darkroom. So I don't want that one. I want this one. I'm going to start up Darkroom. And as I've said before, you start out in the photo library under events and you make a new photo catalog. I'm going to call this one Golf Test. Don't worry about this information should be already filled in, the date and things. Don't really have to worry about it. Just hit finish and you open up a new catalog. I'm going to go to my photo workshop now. I'm going to go ahead and import a few pictures. So I'm going to import. We'll just grab one photo. Once I click on it, it'll show up on the screen. We want to rotate it, and if we had a border, which I'm gonna see if I have any, I'll go down and I'll find something that we can use. Let's see what's in there. We'll just use this one for example. Maybe. There we go. Just a Halloween border. It doesn't really work, but that's how you would do it. You'd find your border, and normally I'd already have it preset to that. But anytime you want borders, you just hit the letter B and it'll bring this up, and then you can go to the groups, and now you want me to keep them in groups over here. So I'll cancel that. Now I'm going to open up my Dropbox, and I typically have a folder in here called Golf, Team Photos. Unless we got a whole bunch going on, this should be empty. So I'm going to leave that there for a minute. Take you back to the setup screen down here, and then you go to camera operations, camera settings. This would be, if you had a camera hooked up, you'd see all your camera operations there. We're going to do use a hot folder right here in camera options. Use a hot folder. We're going to set it up. I'm not really worried about the numbering and things like that. And I've found that a lot of times when you do this, you have to go back to camera operations and hit set up again before this screen pops up. I don't know if that's a bug or what. Anyway, we're going to set the folder where it's going to monitor for pictures. We're going to hit browse. We're going to go back up here into Dropbox. We're going to go down to that golf team photos there. And you notice I've already shared it with some people, but if we're doing this, I'd have to share that folder with you. So now it's going to look at that folder. Anything that comes into there is going to be automatically taken back into the photo workshop, and it's also going to save a copy of that. I've got it set up for pictures and test core, but you can make this go anywhere you wanted it to go to save the backup copy of your pictures. So we're going to go back into photo workshop, and just to show you that this works, I'm going to go ahead and grab another picture. Let's see where they hang on. Let me see where those are. Where did I import those from? Those are in Core Test. Okay. Alright. So let me go grab one. I think they're in my pictures. Got too much junk. There's Core Test. Open that up. I'm going to grab this one and this one, and I am going to copy it, and I'm going to go back to that Dropbox, and I'm just showing you this is not as complicated as it looks. I'm going to drop these in there And as soon as they dropped in there, you notice they disappeared because it does take them out of there and put them over here. I wish it would leave them there. Maybe it's a setting that I don't know about. Anyway, that's how it works. So if the photographer's out on the golf course, he takes a photo, he transfers that photo to his phone or however he wants to send it to Dropbox. Most of my guys have Dropbox on their phones where they're sharing that photo that I sent them. And when it gets on their phone, then they can drop it in that Dropbox folder and it sends it to the clubhouse. And then once it gets to the clubhouse, you saw how it dropped them in here. And then you can go in there and print them. So I'll just show you some packages real quick. Go back to my setup. Go to my products and services. Go to my packages. And I've got golf folder, golf packages already set up. You always have to make sure that to see the packages, you got to set it as the default. This one is not right now. It's set for something else. It's set for the QR code prints. I'm going to go ahead and hit set default there. Go back to my photo workshop, and now you'll see I've got packages over here that have to do with golf. If I hit this one, it would print a 5x7 and do a print to file. And a print to file, all it is a digital copy. And we hit place order, and it should have sent it to the golf test, which it sent it right back to where we were looking at pictures a while ago. So let's see if it's there. We're talking about the golf test. Let's see. I think it's in my pictures. Maybe not. Maybe it sent it to that. It should have went to core test is where it should have went. It sent it to that Dropbox, so that's where it sent it. So if I go back up here to my Dropbox and go down to golf test, the only thing about that, it says it sent it there, but I don't see anything. But that's the story of my life. Let's see. Let me go back and see where it's going. It didn't really do a good job on that. So let's just look real quick. Go back to my setup. And where I would change that, I would go here into that package and see where it's actually sending it. Okay, it's sending it to my, I know now. It's sending it to my pictures. And I have a folder in here called print to file. PTF, P2F means print to file. And then it's sending it into here. So it worked correctly. I thought it was sending it to another directory. So that's where you do it. If you wanted to set up a package where you have a print to file, you can send it anywhere you want it to go. This one right here would send it to my event gallery. But for me to make sure that that works, I'd have to go in here and I'd just say golf team test. I'm sending it to this particular directory. And this is on the event gallery. And I'd have to go in here, and it's not going to print this correctly because it's going to a different template. But anyway, you'd have to go in and set your QR code to go there. But I'm going to go ahead and do one of these. I'm going to say, all right. And I'm going to go back to my photo workshop. And I'm going to hit event gallery, and I just want one. And it shows there that it's there. Hit place order. and it's gonna, what this is popping up for is I don't have a receipt printer hooked up, so it's gonna try to print it somewhere. So I always just have it printed as a PDF file. That normally doesn't pop up. It only pops up on this computer for some reason. But now if we go back to the internet and I put in their event gallery and I log into my, why that didn't come up, event gallery. Did I spell it right? Event gallery login. I need to log in. Got all my information there. There it is right there. It created that gallery and it put it on event gallery for me. And I've got a whole video on how to set up event gallery. But basically you go over here and you get the client site, click on that, click on the picture, get this URL at the top and copy it. And you're done with that. Now you go back into Darkroom, go back into your setup, into your packages, go back to your golf, go back down to the print to file, the event gallery one, and here you would, is where you're going to edit this barcode or QR code. So you'd go down into your QR code packages. I think this is it. Let me see. This is not correct. I haven't worked on this in a long time. Let me see what that one does. That's my email. So we're going to open up this template right here. Well, I'm in the wrong spot. That's why it's not working. I'm not in package. I need to go down into templates. QR codes. Hadn't slept much. And I think we had Williams Golf is what we were using. And I'm going to go in here and click on this QR code right here. And I'm going to paste that URL that I got a while ago. And I'm going to back all this out to the P, backward slash or forward slash, hit special character, hit file, and I'm going to take this space out right here. Hit OK. And we're going to save this border. It's Williams Golf. Now we'll go back to the packages. Go back to my golf. Go to this one. That's this one. We're going to change this. Just make sure it says Williams Golf. It does. Alright, so when it says media, you say Windows printer. That should be turned on. That way it sees the receipt printer that's hooked up to the computer. And now if I go back into Photo Workshop, pick another picture. I want to get this out of that. I'll go in 4x6. That's what that is. So we can see it. And then I'll go over here and hit Event Gallery again. And now it's showing that it's going to print a receipt and the print. It's going to send that print to the Event Gallery. So we hit Place Order. It always wants to do this. And now we're going to go back here. Now you'd see it says 2 photos are in there. So it added this one that we just sent. Now if you go down to back into Darkroom here, y'all can't see down here at the bottom what I'm doing, but and we go to orders, you'll see that was the last one sent. That's going to be that picture there that we just sent. And that receipt, I don't know that it's going to work. We'll see. And it's saying that that page is not found on my phone. So there's something wrong with this QR code, and I've noticed that when it shows up on the screen, it's not right. It doesn't have the image number down here or anything. It should have an image number right here. But the receipt that actually prints out, it does work. So it's another one of those little bugs that I can't figure out. Anyway, hope this has helped. I went on and on and on longer than I should have. If you got any questions, let me know.